to start the series after we've had so many delays. We're just gonna zoom into Socotra here.
Yeah, and Yo is or Valas is immediately trying to lame with the eagle, but Yo is there with the gate.
Oh man, I mean the scout's faster. This could be really rough for Valas to get this back.
He just stalls it
and
out.
Yo de-aggro's it with the house.
Sick play from Mr. Yo, and now Valas. I mean, he can't go back for that. You just simply can't go back for that.
Yeah,
he's going to be tracking the villager and the scout. He's going to bring in his own elephant, which is great. And well, Yo still hasn't brought in his elephant, but he knows that there's not much of a risk now that the eagle is weak.
Okay, so official intro though in terms of results. Yo 8 wins, 1 loss. Coming into this, he is tied with Doubt, who will play later against Lix. Yo will not want to drop any games in order to get that first place from Doubt. Nice job from Yo to steal a goat, kill a goat, and kill another goat.
Yep.
Valas has 5 wins in 3rd place right now, but below him we have Running and Daniel, who are tied at 3. And that is pretty low compared to where we thought like maybe Running and Daniel would end up. So I think Valas just with 1 win here, Dave, probably ends up falling into 3rd place spot in this group, but obviously he wants to get as many as he can.
Well, he's laming the zebra now. That was a really good lame from Yo, and Yo loops the villager around there too. So Goss coming in clutch with the super quick loom, right? And he's sending the villager forward immediately. You can see Yo pushing these zebra as far away from the TC as possible. Also killing 2 goats and denying the lame early. Just fantastic play from Mr. Yo.
And I think Goths were always good on Socotra.
Yep.
But then when they received the Hunt Lasts Longer bonus too,
it's huge.
It makes them even better on a map with just 1 elephant.
Nice blocking here from Valas, and Yo will try and get this villager away. It's
There's
very
no way.
unlikely, yeah.
And that's smart from Valas here. I like the approach too to just. I thought it was a mill actually. He's housing it, but I would actually like to see him mill that hunt and save the berries for later. But he does have a decision to make right now.
Mill this hunt out here.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks like some sort of ritual or something. They're all like consistently distanced away from each other.
Can you imagine you're just going for a hike on a nice afternoon and
you see that?
Up to this?
Yeah. No, I'm turning around, bro. I'm out.
She's doing it.
I've seen enough horror movies.
She's out of here.
Yeah. I'm out. You hear like drums in the woods or something? I'm gone, man.
But the drum is the house when you click it. Yeah, that would.
I don't know.
That's not really that spooky.
I'm wounding you too before I start running so that you're slower than me.
Hey man, listen, I wouldn't even be able to be upset, right? At first, I would be upset that you did that to me. But as I'm hobbling and I'm about to be devoured by whatever's coming after me, I'd be like, you know what? Respect. Well played. Good strategy, honestly. Oh man. Well, the expectation here is early aggression in Feudal Age, right? After the lames. And I think from what I witnessed here, it's been a better Dark Age for Yo. It just brings us back to him saving that elephant. It was such a big deal. It's right at the start, but it's the biggest thing with the start on Socotra.
Damn, dude. Valas went for the mill over on the other side. Instead of on
lots
those
of walking.
Lots of walking, but you know what? He's gonna get the food in. He's gonna be fine. And that's a target for Mr. Yo now. That mill.
Smart thinking from Yo. This is really wise because you know that due to the hunt bonus of the Goths, that you are in a better position in regards to food. So trying to disrupt this to slow down your opponent is really wise. But Valas actually able to get the walls down. And is Yo just going to chill here? Just take some food and go home?
He's going to his own berries. And yeah, just taking food and going home.
This is a war game, by the way.
Cool.
Oh, man. So I didn't play a lot of Age of Kings, but I'm pretty sure if you clicked any different type of food resource in Age of Kings that you would lose the food, right? Like right there, berries to hunt, which is what Yo did. Yo retained the food.
I don't think so. You definitely lost if you clicked a different resource, but it was the same way in AOC.
Yeah, that was the same in AOC. I thought what I had heard was if you had like berries there and then you clicked hunt or you clicked deer to sheep that you would lose it immediately.
I didn't play that much Age of Kings to like, or I played it for like a year.
Yeah.
I wasn't good enough to realize that they were even, losing the food if you.
Yeah,
put a
that's
bill
true.
on.
That's true. It's like who was at that point? No one.
Yeah.
People probably didn't even realize if it was happening. But Yo's clicked up. So is Valas here, and Valas starts with a bit of additional gold, being the Aztecs. That's not bad, and he sees the barracks from Yo, and might expect Yo to go for militia in some cases. But I think the timing on the barracks is not going to be suitable for man-at-arm play here from Yo. Okay, so no one is saying what I said is correct. So
Hera
I guess...
said what you said is correct in my chat.
Okay, interesting. Was Hera... Okay, so he played A-OK as well. I didn't know that.
I don't know. I'm just
Okay.
trusting him. He could be pulling these facts out of nowhere. They could be wildly incorrect. I don't know.
Okay. Like, is that our only source? Can we get?
He's
can we
got
get
a
somebody
check
else?
mark next to his name, so
Hey, believe me, I've had that check mark. It doesn't mean I'm knowledgeable at all. I think Yo will go skirms here, expecting archers, and Valas is just walling up right now, so he's gonna add a range as well.
That's a
we've got-
great wall from Valas if he gets it down all the way to the edge. Like,
Yeah,
that takes
seriously.
off half of that hill, and so often on Socotra, if you get a castle in the center hill, it's just over, right? Because you control so much of the
Ooh.
map. That's a big scout kill over there.
Yeah, Valas also gets the kill there. Yo was maybe thinking that since he's in feudal age, he could get the damage done there. But, I mean, if you're going to wall, you need to just commit to this bad boy, complete it. And then I would even like to see healing up the eagle. I know it sounds stupid, but if you're walled, there's no reason for you to have that eagle out there right now. Just plop it in the town center if you're Valas.
There's the rest of that wall over there. He's making sure there's no holes at the back, and there isn't. And, dude, he is going to be walled with an archer range in defense. Yo will be pressuring here in feudal age because his eco is not looking fantastic. And Valas now has an option to just kind of defend with one range, maybe a tower, and then think about a market sooner rather than later and maybe going up a little bit faster than Mr. Yo.
You know what's funny about this map? And we're going to see some aggression here, actually. So, Yo will have to be ready. And he pops out with the skirms.
Eagles are
He'll
here,
go
though.
for the archers. I think Yo will still be okay with this as long as he can just use the vills against the eagle temporarily. But
It's so
it's like-
strange on Socotra. Like, eagles counter your skirms, and then you're tempted to add scouts, but there's nowhere for the scouts really to run
go.
if the walls go
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
yeah, it feels like this map, Castle Age is priority over adding the scouts. Which does mean that the feudal age eagle play should be better in theory, because there's less plays against it. And really nice pressure here from Valas, who's had fletching this whole time.
This is nice from Yo,
Even-
though, to just ignore that eagle and just
Yeah,
take out
yeah,
the
yeah.
archers.
Next eagle's on the way. The other eagle is healing inside the town center like I wanted to see. But you know what's funny about this map is how if there's a lot of aggression in Dark Age, the feudal age openings are always really like clean. Like you add a range, I add a range. If there's little aggression in Dark Age, the feudal age aggression is insane at the start of feudal age, right? So because they were both kind of lamed, this has been relatively chill compared to, you know, the man-at-arm tower shenanigans that could happen otherwise.
This is very chill. Do you think Valas... Do you think a second barracks would benefit him? Or do you think it's just Castle Age?
I think, honestly, as lame as
Castle
it is,
Age.
a market.
Yeah.
Just get a freaking market. Sell your stone. Buy your food. Like, there's so much stone and gold on the front here. There's so much to control in Castle Age. That might be the play. But I like Eagles in combination with Archers a lot versus the Goths. So, you know, and we did say that making scouts can delay your Castle Age time. So you could, if you force Yo into Man-at-Arms in Feudal Age, sorry, then that would delay his Castle Age. I don't know. It's really tricky.
God, this feels like a Hera defense from Yo. He's just like, I've got 8 skirms. That's enough.
Yeah.
I
but
can
what Yo's about
withstand
to do-
whatever.
But what Yo is about to do, Hera would never dream of right now. He's gonna go on stone. He's gonna drop a forward tower.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, this is Yo.
you have to secure this stone somehow. I was looking at the positions. There's one
Yep.
to the left and one forward, right? And you're Goss. So you're going to want to go stone. And that's a decent tower there from Yo. Unfortunately, his stone is still vulnerable behind that, but he's got the skirms and he's got the armor and he's got fletching right now. And Valas, with only one barracks, the eagle production is so slow.
Yeah, it really is. And a couple villagers getting hits is fine. The skirm damage still adds up, and there's the market from Valas. Valas is going to click up, but Yo thinking about his ultimate unit here is the Goths, and that would be the Huskarl. Would destroy archers and also be very good against eagles. So that's why he's on stone. But dude, he's produced a lot of skirms.
A lot of skirms.
He's on 12 skirms with 2 more on the way.
All
full
time
upgrades too.
94% efficiency on that archer range. So he's just kept that moving the entire time.
And makes me think if Valas walled up a little bit more, these skirms wouldn't actually be a problem, but it's a Kotra, so you can understand why he'd want to be aggressive. He does have just 1 barracks here, so he actually sold a decent amount of his wood to click up.
Ooh, skirms are in a really rough spot there. But they are finding some HP damage against the eagles. And the archers still can't take care of them, so it's just too many skirms at the end of the day. And Mr. Yo is in.
Skirms versus eagles, just like everyone expected from the Goths. What in the world? And guys, remember the eco for Yo is really good behind this. He's got 13 farms. He's had horse collar as well, so that food income's going to be there to take him to castle. Oh my god! I would be so annoyed. This is such a
oh my god! He's coming
play.
in with the tower.
This is just not something that is going to make sense in Valis' mind right now. Is he's going to send villagers versus the tower, which I think he should do. Try and pull back the weak ones. And
there's so many skirms.
Yeah.
How many kills does he have on these skirms? 8 kills on these skirms so far. The villagers are still building that tower. It will go down, but that's 2 villagers dead.
But
Castle Age coming in.
But now the Eagles are a different beast. You know, the 7 attack now, Eagle Warrior upgrade could eventually come in.
He's got 7 queued, 6 queued from 2 barracks.
Yo, going to go snipe the archers. He doesn't even care about his vills either. He just sends the vills in. But surely at some point, only skirmishers is going to be risky here, yo. You're not Byzantines.
It's worked so far.
It has.
Another villager dying from Valis there. And more eagle. The skirms are just killing eagles. Like, they're just straight up killing. They are murdering things. They have 14 kills, and Yo is not giving up this position. And Yo is about to click Castle Age himself. Whatever advantage Valis thought he was going to get from his earlier Castle Age is gone and dusted. Like, this, all the villagers are going to die.
This is the most Yo thing I've ever seen. He's just like, I don't care, split.
2 more dead vills soon. Maybe 3.
This is experience, right? He's just like, I recognize that it's going to take him time to get his eagle mass up.
Yeah.
If I apply pressure with an army like this, he will fight me. He will be forced to fight me because otherwise he'll lose access to his gold, which is important. Oh, God, Valis, you can't lose a monk to skirmishers there. That was
they have
highly
18
questionable.
Kills, dude. 18 kills.
With skirms against eagles.
Make a scorpion, Valis. Just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and now, you know, Yo, he's got to be careful here, and he's got to keep an eye on things because the Eagles were going to go counterattack.
He's making a stable at home, Mr. Yo. So he's just
Oh,
going
the
to buy
Scorpion,
himself
though.
enough time for Castle Age. Probably clear up a few more Eagles here. Here comes the Scorpion. Uh-oh. And
Scorpion is really thinking about it.
He can't hop through that tower to escape. That would be funny. But there has been a hole that's open for him at the top, so the skirms will get away.
If Valis would have kept that monk alive, he would have 2 monks here in a moment, plus eagles, and Yo is just going to be going into knights. So we saw the benefit of the skirms, I suppose. But at the end of the day, Yo lost 4 villagers, and Valis lost 5.
I think
Valis has been in Castle Age faster.
Dude. I don't think you can make an argument those skirms weren't worth there.
Well,
that was the crazy amount of pressure.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, what else are you going to do is the thing. I think the skirms definitely paid off. Now, Yo trying to build a tower to protect the limited stone he has available. He will complete the tower. He's wisely added scouts because he knows monks will be out there. So Valis has to keep a very close eye on his monks. And like that one monk is out in the open right now. Valis maybe wanted a relic because he's Aztecs. And say goodbye, monk. You're going to die as well. And another great moment for Yo.
He can get it. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Let's go. Why did that villager back up? Where was she going? I don't understand. She was coming out to repair and then just gave it up. Yo now has a decision to make. Does he want to continue with just knights here? Does he add siege monk of his own? Or does he send some more villagers onto stone and start thinking maybe about a castle?
Yeah, I think it's just take good engagements with the scouts versus the monks and the knights versus the eagles, and
Mm-hmm.
then drop that castle. And again, just the monks being lost at the times they did, the eagle numbers not being high enough. It's just all made life so much easier for Yo. But Valas gets a conversion there. I'll have another monk, and Yo's scouts are pretty weak. So as Lightcav comes in for Yo, it's been sloppy at some moments here for Valas, but still very close game. Valas with the eco lead, and he is Aztecs, which is a civ I would always prefer to have over the Goths.
Yo does have wheelbarrow, though, if we're looking at villager numbers.
Yeah,
Less
that's
idle
true.
TC time for Yo, same amount of villagers killed.
You know what I want to see in this game, and I made it the other day. I want to see Jags. With villagers going to stone right now for Valas, and that stone's pretty safe, I would love to see Jags and monks and eagles. But, you know, Jags might need to be something you have if the Goths have Huskarls at some point.
Yep. Dude, that hill where Valas's archer range is feels
Yo's
so
through.
important.
Valas
Oh,
misclicked.
boy.
Valas didn't get the walls down. Yo's going to break through. Valas is struggling with the tiny details here today. And Yo will be through. Valas looking to damage control with the monks. I think Yo senses the monks will be through there. But good work from Yo. Just it gives Yo more time to do whatever he wants at home.
Monks have to shift all the way over there. Like I was saying, though,
Uh-oh.
I think that hill in the south is like the most important area of the map right now. As Yo comes in
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
light
yeah.
cav, he's gonna get that light cav converted eventually.
Yeah, they'll get them
and
both converted, actually.
Doesn't even lose a monk. Wow, nice job from Valas.
Yeah, that gate was really nifty there.
Yo says, "That's mine. Thank you." Boink.
Just like how casual Yo has played this game is just so funny to me. It's just, let me just snack a relic. But it's all very smart, calculated stuff from him. Is he's got light cav in the south, and it's 400 stone for Valis with tons of gold. And Yo is 300 stone with tons of gold. And Yo doesn't... Oh, no, sorry. He does have a market. So if he felt like the moment was right, he could buy a castle.
I think Valis wants it like closer to his base on that hill,
Yeah.
and Mr. Yo would want it. I don't know. It's a tough
got
one
the
because
light
there's
cav.
gold and stone in the north too that you want to control, right?
Mm-hmm. It's really tricky stuff. I mean, Yo is mainly light cav right now. And Valis is mainly monks. The army that Valis has to protect the siege and the monks is pretty comical, actually. 1 light cav, 1 knight, 1 spearman, and 3 eagles.
I think if you're like in this position, you're kind of thinking about Imperial Age. If your Yo once that castle goes up, right? You want to click up to Imp at that point.
Yeah.
Because there's not much you can do against Aztecs with monks like this in the Castle Age. So, do you spend your gold on stone to buy a castle, or do you just mine it and then spend your gold to buy some food to go up a little bit faster? Difficult
All
decisions.
depends. Yeah, lots of decisions. It all depends on if he can engage against his army. Like, I think Valis might even send the Vils now to consider a castle next to the monastery. That is a lot of monks, and they're Aztec monks. They have so much HP. There's Valis buying food, so he's thinking Imp. And Yo is getting armor for his light cav right now. Yo's on 2 TCs, so Yo's booming.
Yo's food eco is sick. Like,
Yeah, it's amazing.
he's got 26 farms with wheelbarrow. Right? So
And-
he just needs to stall out the TCs for a little bit, and he's going to be up. But Valis is up first, and Valis is going to have block printing. Already has redemption on his monks, and he's going to have enough stone for a castle, likely.
Yeah, he sold a lot of his stone in order to go Imp, but I think he knows that he doesn't need the castle yet.
Yo is
And he could
transporting
just
the
buy the
relics
stone
back,
later.
by the way.
Oh, smart thinking. Into the back of the base. Yeah,
One at a
and
time.
it's against Aztecs, right? You don't want Aztecs to have them.
And he just drops it off. Perfect. I've seen so many people have to like bring the relic all the way back, but he
Yep.
just drops it off there.
And Yo's also going to Imp. Now, I think Yo will drop the castle first, but it's like, where do you drop the castle? If you think your opponent's up to the Imperial Age, it could
needs
just be
to-
trebbed down.
He needs the second building.
I
That's the
love the
castle
castle
from Yo.
spot from Yo because this makes it awkward for Valis. Yes, Valis could treb it down, but it gives an avenue for your light cap to run in. It just accomplishes a lot. And it's on the hill, obviously.
Yo's going to be delayed from him because he's waiting for the castle to go up, which is brutal.
Ooh, yeah, true.
And he
Doesn't
goes
have
for a
the other building.
university over there with 5 villagers, so he's going to be delayed, and he will be like 2.5 minutes behind Valis. And Valis now stretching out with his villagers. He's gone for that castle over behind his own walls as Yo's castle
seeing
gets
Yo's castle. Look what Valas has done. It's like every time he moves forward, he always gets some foundations down, so the light cap can't engage.
One step at a time.
But the monks are the biggest part of this whole strat, and Valas is running out of gold behind his walls.
If
and
he
no
pushes
relics.
consistently enough to the north here, he will find gold. Like he just found
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
And then there's 2 over there on that hill by Mr. Yo, and you can already see like Yo moving those relics back. He knows he can't hold there at the moment if Valas decides to push.
I really like how Yo is fighting the urge to make Huskarls right now, because Huskarls would just be converted. It's not really playing towards God bonuses, but like have Skirm, at least for now, feels like pretty good comp, especially with this crazy eco he has.
This is the most
5 relics for Yo, too.
This is like a passive-aggressive Sakatra game here, isn't it?
Aggressive into passive. Like,
Yeah.
it feels like the aggression was in Dark Age, and it's been more peaceful ever since. But both players having a lot of respect for each other. I think Yo also having a lot of respect for the potential of the Aztecs. So he's been really cautious about taking engagements. But I wonder if Yo will be tempted to get Anarchy now. Because if you lose your castle and you don't have Anarchy, you're never making Huskarls.
I don't think you need Huskarls here at all, right?
Yeah, if you're going to lose the castle and the opponent has the potential for Jags. Yeah, I could see it. And some hand cannons too. Hand cannons would be key. And he has the university, so chemistry will probably be researched, but that will still take 2.5 minutes to even get to the point where you can produce them. This is a fragile food eco for Valas, though. Like, if people haven't realized that. He's 3,500 food down, and he's also about 15 villagers behind right now.
Doesn't have wheelbarrow either, and Yo's getting handcart right now.
Yeah, seriously.
Yo's eco's cooking behind this, and we saw Hera win an eco game. I forget who it was against.
It was against Barles, a very similar, very similar style player.
Yep.
Just hold on to the economic lead, hold on to the relics, and get the job done with Imp.
Against Aztecs, you're going to need such an army advantage going up against the monks with the Trebs behind. Like, the Trebs force you to fight that army because they're killing all your stuff, right? And a castle is going to force you to engage, and Yo's just going to have to hope that he's got enough to engage when the moment comes. He's getting the final armor upgrade for his skirms, chemistry coming in for hand cannons, still has the light cav, and wisely keeping them north out of sight.
Think about what monks get the most value against, though. Gold units.
Yep.
So, like, converting skirms and light cavs, not really that big a deal. I like the addition of Jags, though, because they have decent damage output, and they produce pretty quickly, and then obviously holding this hill, you can start to trap down all of Yo's advantage.
It is about
Valas
to go
can
down.
see the skirms, and Valas can see the light cav. This is so close quarters, but Yo's still having patience. He's still waiting. And Valas had won against Doubt, the other player with 8 wins and 1 loss in this group, on this map. So he loves this map. He was happy for it to be the neutral game here in this series.
What patience from Yo. He just,
Is it
it's
too
like
patient?
he doesn't care.
Yeah, it's
This is
insane.
happening.
So many of us would have just run up this hill and taken a fight already.
And now is he going to go for like a siege tower over there to put his skirms into the eco again? Like, what's going on?
He's waiting for Valas, for his monks to leave the premises. Like, those monks got tempted to go too far. But eventually, like, your buildings are going down, your houses, your farmers, all this stuff starts to die. So eventually, you do need to deal with this.
I mean,
It's just when.
Yo's got a hell of an economy still, right? 79 villagers against 56, 55 now that he's killing some on the gold.
He's really going to need some houses here soon. Because he's starting to run out of population space, but just relocates, makes some more houses. They're not that expensive, and there's going to be a bombard cannon from Yo to try and break through that area.
Yep.
But, Dave, at the same time, I love how patient Valas has been with the push, and I love how he also doesn't care, and he's ignored Yo's little side push thus far, and he's going to drop a castle there. That's huge.
There's no
huge
siege.
part of this push.
There's no siege back here for Mr. Yo. That was his first siege workshop. Didn't make one before, and now he's pushing out with the skirms, and, you know, he can do some decent damage against the villagers building the castle. He's still trying to pull the monks out of position.
Yeah.
From Valas.
Valas has 40 army. Yo has 50 army. Yo has all 5 relics, but they're not going to be far away from this castle.
Skirm's
as
coming
Yo
in.
dives and splits. But, I mean, Valas is going to complete the castle. Yo is still trying to break through right now, and Valas is just going to drop a university to block things off.
That bombard cannon is taking forever to complete. Oh my god, he didn't have enough housing space. He's gone for hand cannons behind, but now all the farming eco from Yo is going to get cut off.
Yeah.
And Valas can start converting villagers too, which is huge. That's like every villager converted is a 2-vil swing.
And Yo better delete the farms, because Valas kind of needs food. Valas should make a mill right there. Start taking all the farms for himself.
Oh my god.
Dude, if Yo's about to break through.
Oh god, it's gonna get
Yo's about to break
messy.
through.
Oh, no.
This is about to get wild for both of them. They're both going to be massacred at home.
Yep.
And I don't know who to give an advantage to, because Valas has trebs. And those trebs will take things out so much faster than the light cav and skirm and one bomber cannon will.
The micromanagement on the armies is so much easier for Yo than it is for Valas. Right?
Yeah,
so like
are so tricky.
Yo is playing the easy mode composition. Now he's got a terrible map position here because his TC is gonna get taken out and he's still being pushed, but he can just point and click. Valas is gonna have to micromanage the monks, make sure they don't get out of position, and make sure that his base is still safe at home as his TC is being taken out.
Yo is 1 TC gaming, Valas is 2 TC gaming, but the majority of the vills are idle. Monks from Valas go to convert the cannon and now need to be pulled back.
Oh my god.
Pikes and Jags and Monks are still pushing Yo's eco. It's the hand cannons that are the most important thing here
the
for Yo.
mangonel from Valas! Oh my god, forward! It's getting so much damage. That
I was going to say
final
which
armor
one, because I
upgrade.
was looking at the other one, but... Oh, this is so tricky, but at the same time, the hand cannon skirms from Yo, Dave. They're holding.
Like I said, this is an easier army to control for Mr. Yo.
You got to pack up those trebs, though, Valas. If you fall back to the castle, you could still be okay. Yo, with a 20 eco lead. Yo, still with his relics.
TC's about to go
and
down
Yo
from Valas.
Still with a forward push happening here.
Yep. And
Whoa.
Valas just doesn't have that much momentum forward anymore. There's too many skirms here, bro. Goth skirms absolutely putting in work. The MVPs of this game. Valas trying to convert bombard cannons. Yo's going to have to keep an eye on that, and it gets converted. That's unfortunate.
Yo is quite a few resources, Dave. The big thing for him is he needs more production buildings.
Mm-hmm.
But Yo's not really that scared of Valas's push now, and he's just running right by the castle. He's going to loop around it. Still has skirms and knights. They're going to kill the bombard cannon.
Yo has
Valas converted.
Yo wins this game. It's crazy. But he does.
He's so patient.
There's just simply like he can go Rams now. Yeah, and he's making capped Ram. I think Ram's a much better choice than the bomber cannons in this instance because you're not giving him conversion targets, right?
Yep, he's like, okay, congratulations, you pushed my main base, but I pushed yours.
Full eco upgrades for him too. Disgusting.
I mean, crop rotation.
Do you really think the game's gonna go that long?
You do have to be careful if you're Yo. Like, I wouldn't go too close to the Siege Workshop with the flag in it and too deep between two castles
It's
here.
just skirms. Look at your res. Go in. It's been working for you
Well,
all game, bro. You're gonna find all the
monks.
will work. Go in.
Yeah, worth it. You're gonna kill 1,000 golds. Just dips right between two castles like it's the normalest thing in the world. The mangonel for Valas is on the way, and now Yo, having killed the monks, Dave, is going to use the bomber cannon for the trap. Oh my god.
Actually incredible.
This dude's insane.
He is. He doesn't care.
I love it. And it's just Yo. We talked about it before the game even started. Yo is just so smooth in how he plays the game. He doesn't do any one thing like mechanically that well, right? You never look at him and say, oh my god, that micro was sick. You never really say those things about Yo, but it's just the strategy and the understanding of the game, which is next level stuff, dude.
I think he never panics, really, and he forces his opponents to panic on a consistent basis throughout the entirety of the game. And you can see right here with the weird pressure he's got at the back. Valas, I like going to convert the archer ranges. It's a great touch.
And then the hand cannons top out, and they're just going to kill all the monks because Yo has the timing, and Yo also at the same time killing the monks on the front. And Valas is left with 2 Trebs, 2 Mangonels, a Bomber Cannon he converted at one point, which is sitting on a farm. Yo is ramming from the south. Yo
And
is
from the
ramming
north.
from the north. Yo is ramming from the west. And he's probably going to ram from the east as well. We're going to have... Pretty soon, Valas is going to have the monastery and the castle in the middle, and that's it.
Yep. Valas
gonna
has
be fully
about
surrounded.
500 resources combined between all of his, with nothing in the queue, and Yo has... Yo has 3,500 wood just casually sitting there.
And, like, obviously, you know, Valas probably has felt like he's dead for a bit now, but it is the first game, and he wanted to play on a little bit longer. But,
crazy, bro.
like, let's just say this, right? If you were to not see this game, and I were to say, Valas he went Eagles and Feudal and Castle Age as Aztecs, and Yo ended up making 132 skirms in the game. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't fit the situation. You'd be like, oh, okay, so Yo died. How did he even get to 132 skirms? Well, he just made more skirms. He made more eco. We didn't see any infantry the entire game, but he got the job done here with Goths. That was so clean.
The skirms in Feudal Age were just wild to me. The fact that he went through a 1-tile gap, and then he went for the tower with his vills, which then basically gifted him 3 or 4 villager kills when Valas rushed it. And then he stayed there with the vills and with the skirms against Eagles. He just stayed there. He just didn't care. Beautiful.
Is the confidence we saw there from Yo something that we see because it's not like a Viper Hera Leary thing, or do you think Yo plays that way regardless of who he's up against?
I think I don't think he cares, like I said.
I think that's just Yo.
Yeah.
Sick game. And it looked a little dicey there at times for Yo, and again, really important for him that he gets as many wins as possible here against Valas. As Doubt will be playing Lix later on today. If Yo drops games and Doubt does not against Lix, then Doubt will go top of the group. So thus far, Yo continuing a very good record.
Also, we have to point out that he did move all 5 of those relics back from the Aztecs.
Yeah, so smart.
And he had that throughout the entirety of this game, right? So he had 2,700 relic gold, while Valas was controlling the golds in the center of the map.
That's really smart thinking.
Yeah,
moving him when he didn't move him too early, didn't move him too late.
And he didn't move them all the way back. He did the drop-off technique.
Yep.
So that was a little bit more micro-intensive for that type of thing, but it paid off for sure.
So Valas loses Socotra. He now has Fractal, which many people feel very similar to Socotra. T90, why do we have 2 Socotras in the game? Not similar at all in how they should play out.
Just as entertaining, I think. I love watching Fractal and Socotra. Really, really good.
Yeah, I think Valas may have picked Incas early because he was trying to do what we saw Barles try against Jordan and use the land aspect. But Yo's definitely planning water.
He could go Bohemians here.
I actually really like Bohemians.
Hussite wagons are
from a lot of the gold games I saw.
Yeah. That one matchup, was it Bohemians against Persians in one of the Titans League games? It might have been.
I remember seeing Bohemians against Lithuanians in gold, where Dragonstar went like full Castle Age, Fast Imp into monks, and then Hussite wagons. And Dragonstar was 50 pop behind the whole game. He took the entirety of like the starting area, and then Sato had fish traps in the northern corner, and then the rest of his eco and military squeezed into the western corner.
God, I'm trying to remember what game it was. There was a game
Bohemians Persians.
It was Bohemians Persians, and the Persians player had like 4 on food or whatever, and he saw one Hussite wagon, and he just tapped out because the Persians.
Oh, that was Miguel. That was Miguel.
Yeah. It's just you can't do anything against it. There's no counter to that.
Yeah, Miguel. I think Miguel also had like very little fish at that point and no farms. The Persian TC drop play, I want to see Lix try that up against Doubt later on today. Lix has nothing to lose. He needs to go for something messy. And Mihai beat Hart with it, and the way Mihai did it made me think that you just can't stop it if the TC gets dropped on you.
Yeah.
It was insane. But a lot of it has to do with the water aspect of the map. So
I think like if you're Persians and you get your dock forward, like you chop through first and you have the initiative on that, the TC drop can be super strong because then they have to keep focusing on like whether your ships are going to come in towards their fish, right?
yeah.
And your dock is just basically invulnerable with Persians.
Yeah, I think regardless of what overall strategy you want, you can never have a situation on this map where your opponent can freely fish and you cannot. The water has to be a priority here. But it's so tempting because it's so Socotra-like to forget about that. Dave, this could be a fun matchup.
Bohemians Malay.
Bohemians Malay.
Outside wagons, bro. It's the key here.
I genuinely believe we're going to see Hussite wagons. But before that, we're probably going to see lames. The start is similar to Socotra. The TC positions are fixed, so players know exactly where to go. Valas runs into Yo's TC, and both players sending a villager forward. Now, both players should be looking for their own elephant and bringing in their elephant as quickly as possible.
I have to restart my game. Sorry.
Okay. All good. No worries. Valas sees the elephant from Yo. Yo hasn't sent a villager. He's almost
every time I have to restart my game.
Baiting Valas to go for this. And Valas was going to wall in his villager, shoot the elephant. Yo snags the elephant. Well played, Yo. And Yo's actually going to run directly to where the wood will be. And he's going to wall that in. And then simultaneously, Valas is going to wall in the very same area for Yo. Now, I've seen where one player's walled the other one out before, and then players have chosen to just lumber camp in a different area. But I've never seen it where both players have this little nook walled up. So that will delay the fishing aspect of this game. And I still think you have to lumber camp in a way where you can get to the water eventually, because that's a big part of the map. But this will be interesting. Malay for Yo wants the fish, I'm sure. And both players have shot down the other's zebras right now. Valas just still has his villager doing so. I assume your game crashed then, Dave?
No. Every single game I need to restart.
We'll be good here soon.
Oh, sorry. I'm back. I'm
good.
back. Every single game or every other game, it depends. I need to restart my game fully. Otherwise, I just freeze on the loading screen while spectating.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks. Is that with the recent patch?
Yeah. And I don't know. I used to get that, but then I'd have a fix for it. But now I don't know. There's no fix for this. So.
Damn. Well, you didn't miss too much. Just a whole lot of laming, and the key thing here is Valas and Yoa both lost their nook.
Yeah, I've seen people come forward to like try and villager fight. I haven't seen someone come forward and just wall it off.
Yeah,
they both
it's smart.
That's funny.
I mean, Yo has not decided to attack the palisades. He's instead just placed a new lumber camp. And I kind of like the approach from Valas to take out the palisade, but at the same time, you're not collecting any resources while you do this.
You only have to chop. I guess Yo has to chop 4 reeds now, but he's got a good head start, right? Really good head start.
Yeah, so it'll still be Valas. 3 for Yo. And then Yo will have brought in wood. So I think I prefer Yo's position as far as the tree situation is concerned.
Yep.
That's really good, though. So I want to talk a bit about what I saw from Bohemians in gold. We haven't seen a lot of it in platinum, but I think especially with how Valas played the previous game, it wouldn't shock me if he tries to do the same thing. So basically, what I've seen from Bohemians is they don't play the water too much. And they just take advantage of the fast gold mining and stone mining, and they use the back gold and stone. And we've seen lots of all-in monk plays turning into a forward castle around the golds and stones that are on the front for the opponent. And, player in Yo's position, if that were to happen, would have to play on water and hopefully chop out to the left side. And the game that I remember now, forget the players, but like one time the guy was fishing, he was doing everything right, Dave, but he didn't chop to the left corner, so he just got stuck against the trebs and he couldn't go anywhere. So you got a lot to think about here. It's really tricky.
Yo is not chopping the right trees to get out.
Well, he doesn't care. We've established
Yep.
That's the statement for Yo today.
He'll get there eventually. Valas is
But-
definitely going to be out first at this rate.
But unlike these skirmishers as Goths against Aztec Eagles situation, I think you do need to be shift queuing at least one villager onto the correct trees there. Having played a bit on this map, it's weird. Like Valas just repositioned his vills because the vills don't cooperate.
Yep.
Dude, Valas is walling already. He's clicked up to Feudal Age. Yo's clicked up lightning quick for the melee. Holy
Look at
crap.
Valas's woodlight.
No. No.
Oh no. It's fine.
I feel a little bad about it as a tournament host because that aspect is really annoying as a player, but
It's the same for everybody, dude.
it's the
fine.
same for everybody,
Yeah.
and the cutting through element is such a fun part of this map, and it's
Look
so
at Mr.
strategic, so I
Yo.
do like it.
Coming forward with a barracks here. And does Valas see this? Or is he just going to go... He just does a circle around it. He's looking for stuff coming forward. He
Yeah,
doesn't see anything because it's already forward.
yeah, it's just not a spot you would expect to have to scout at this point, and timing's worked out for Yo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe Yo's thinking, I'm not going to have fish, so I don't want him to have fish and berries. So Yo, who also must be infatuated with the skirmisher right now.
Oh, he's
as a
going to kill
unit.
this Vill too with the scout if he blocks it correctly. Nope.
He runs away. Oh my god.
Oh,
Does
Valas
see
is
this?
committing. Yes, he does now. He's committing so hard to this wall. I mean, if you commit this much, you just got to get it up, right? But, oh, what a quick gate there from Valas. That was crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's still going to go down. It only buys enough time. And now he re-walls it. Equally as impressive, if not more. But Dave, what is this? Like, neither player has a dock. This is just a very different game than what I was
Very,
expecting
very
here.
different. Yo is almost through. Valas is almost through as well. But right now, Valas is spending all his wood on trying to wall up here. And Yo is spending all his wood trying to make skirms. Because they worked so well last game.
Yeah.
Why not again?
But if you think about it, Yo's going to be through. Yo has more on wood. And Yo has berries, and Valas does not. So in terms of food eco, Yo was in a much better position. It's just for Valas, the main thing you think about is the mining aspect, and he does have just stone, so he could build defensive towers all day, I guess.
This is so anti-meta from what we've seen.
I
Either
know,
player
it's so
making a dock.
different.
Valas is just now leaving with the villager, and he's got to assume that Yo has a dock already, right? Like,
Yeah. And Yo's going to do it. The question then is, where do they dock?
yeah.
And I think the dock has to be to block. You could try and get to the opponent's side, which is what Valas is going to try and do. That's what Jordan did so well.
Yo's sending his own.
And Yo's
build, though.
walking too. Okay, here. This would be funny if they pass each other and then they both wall and then they're stuck on the opponent's side. I so want that to happen here. Okay. Yo's just dock blocked it there. Watch Valas dock block it right behind it. Come on.
Then we have a little arena for them to fight in.
Come on, please, Valas. Please. Okay, he's still walking.
He found a
Wait,
fish
he's
there,
thinking
so
about
he's
it.
probably gonna put the dock right. Oh yeah, if they put it, I guess if they put it flush against there, you can't make anything.
Exactly.
Simply
That's
nothing at
so
all.
Funny. Oh man, there's so much. I want to know, but he's marketing and stonewalling and all this stuff, which is so important to him right now. And Yo is melee, so Yo will see that with his dock. And Yo's actually making a ship too, so the timing on that's pretty crucial here. But Yo's pressure thus far, Dave, has done a lot to delay Valas's decisions.
Valas, the fire galley is at 70%. He's not gonna do it. He's pulling it back, and he's gonna make a dock right there.
He doesn't have the wood.
Damn,
He
dude.
does have the wood. Wait, he's going back. No, he's not. What's happening? He's thinking about it. He's going to try and place the dock there. The fire's there. Now get to the other side, Valas. Okay, well,
He's
Yo
fine.
didn't
That's
notice.
his first dock. Or no, the second dock. I guess there's fishing ships behind that. He's still trying to quick wall out this stuff. The shenanigans in the center.
Yeah,
And
he
he's
notices
doing a
the
good
fire
job
now.
there.
Wow. I mean, but we've been looking at a lot of blue reactions, right? I'm going to take a quick look at Yo's base, and Yo's farmed a little bit. Yo's fishing behind this, so I do prefer Yo's position. Valas going to desperately try and dock block this fire to save his fish. He gets it down. That's huge. Nice play.
Yo is
Dude, what
only making one fish right now. He's working on the second one.
Yeah. Yo actually can't freely send fires to the right anymore if that other dock is there. So that is officially blocked, as we say, and this is where I would expect Valas to send more and more villagers to gold and aim to use the market a lot with the Bohemians. So res collected, a bit higher for Yo. Yo obviously has had way more army, but he's stopped with the skirm production for now. He's just on 4. And they're both going to just play tower defense for the time being. And honestly, wouldn't surprise me at all with these two to just see them repairing and hopping in and out of towers until Castle Age at this point.
Yep. Yo's been doing this for the last 15 years.
Yeah. Back when towers were a strategy
and you had 6
on
seconds
Arabia.
of input lag. Yeah.
Yeah, also, I guess the only notable thing with that then is Valas is pretty much only working with the stone that was in the back. And if that's the case, then he's going to run out of stone. He won't be able to build a castle. Yo could freely take the stone at his base, at least for the time being. He doesn't have
Valas
walls.
is barely close to chopping through to the back area as well.
Yeah, true. I don't. The stone's going to be hard to find back there.
Yeah, it's a long way away.
I really like how Valas still has a scout. Yo lost his. I don't even remember where, but it was probably in the Feudal Age attacks.
Well, it was
So he
inside
can
of Valas's wall. So that scout was always going to be...
It was going to die regardless, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's 5 fishing ships for both. So an even game in the fish department. And both players have prioritized that as well as some lands control. So it hasn't been an either-or type of game where it's all water or all land. It's been a nice mix.
Another tower from Yo at the front. Valas goes for a defensive one. Even if he gets that up, though, it's not going to, like, secure that stone at the front. And he kind of needs that because, like you said, he's running out of stone at the back here. Horse collar on the way for Yo. He's adding more fish, adding more farms behind this.
Yeah, this is just smooth for Yo, isn't it? Right? This feels like he's got a little bit more presence. He's had less TC idle time. He's happy to play a messy game. A lot of the big names in our scene, they don't like the messy games. Players try and bring mess against them, but Yo thrives in chaos.
It's funny the differences between Yo and Jordan. Like, if this was Jordan right now, he'd just have 3 docks pumping out fishing ships.
Yeah, exactly.
No farms. Yeah.
Jordan's like, give me only fish and walls. Yo's like, I'll be aggressive and add a little bit less in the way of fish.
Also, that's like the great house wall there from Yo. You see that go all the way across.
Yep, taking his time. We have a fire galley added by Valas. So now he'll kill Yo's fire, but then he will be blocked by Yo's dock, of course. And Valas is using the market to try and click up here.
I wonder if he wants a castle. Like,
Valas
he could
lost
go
his scout, by the way.
all on gold and buy himself a castle once he collects the last of the stone here. He's going to keep repairing that tower, though, so that's going to be kind of annoying in terms of stone count.
I think Yo placed the tower that he placed on the stones solely because he wants to keep Valas away from a castle.
Maybe.
So if Yo loses this tower, I think he might even just make another one just to keep Valas off of it, just a bit further back.
Yeah, like a little further back, yeah.
Yeah. Like, what he's doing right now is fine. He actually shot down the tower on the right because he put archers and skirms into it, and Valas just gave up repairing. But you don't just have to buy 300 stone. You have to buy 400 stone to get to 650 stone for a castle. So that's going to be pretty expensive for Valas. I think, if anything, he would just go for a siege workshop and maybe a monastery.
Yeah, he puts one a little bit further back.
Yep.
He's so smart, dude.
Well, actually, no, that's not a good one because it's getting shot. You need to build it a tile or 2 further back. Right?
It is getting shot, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
But Valas doesn't
want to repair anymore.
Yeah.
So.
He's almost through at the back, Valas. And now he's focusing it. You can see him right-clicking that tree. Really wants to get back there. And he does have some resources to sell. It's just kind of like, at this point, do you want to hard commit onto that castle? Do you want to add extra TCs? Are you going to add monasteries? Are you going to add a siege workshop? Like, it's kind of a lot of questions for Valas, whereas Yo can just keep expanding his eco, maybe add in 1 extra TC, and then start thinking about his unit comp going later in the game.
But Yo's going to build TCs towards the middle area. He hasn't built a lumber camp to cut to the outside yet. And he can't actually pass villagers through that opening in the back. He could use the Dockville. Pass through there to make
stone,
a TC.
I think. It's a long way away if he wants to find the first stone pile.
Yeah, place that TC, and then the other villagers can make outposts. But Valas clearly thinking super late game here. He's going siege. Monastery siege will be good to push back the towers. It is a double tower stack from Yo, though. And Yo's getting Bodkin. And Yo could even go guard tower. And he's going to think about it, Dave, with the university. Wow.
Valas doesn't see the stone. He sees another gold.
Looking around.
Gonna find it. Okay, he sees it.
Does he see it? I can't click right now. And he sees it, and he just drops a TC on the wood. Okay. It's very rare that we see guard tower research these days. Like, towers in general are just so rare, and it's because usually it's better to have control with actual units.
You're going to have guard tower with, like, 5 archers garrison in one, archers garrison the other one, too, and then you got a guard tower over on the right side, right as the mangonel comes out. Now it's got to contend with a tower there, and you can shift the archers over to garrison in it, and you have Bodkin arrows, so you're basically full walling Valas off from the center of this map, and both of those stones and both of the golds.
Yep. And Valas just can't do anything about it now. If it was just regular towers, he could have gone for siege. But his play was clearly shoot down the towers with the mangonels.
Yep.
Go to 3 TCs before Yo. I get a big lead that way. Well played from Yo, as Yo drops TC number 2. I'd say the only thing that hasn't gone really well for Yo this game is just the fact he's not in the back corner yet. But that's not necessarily a big problem, because he can take stone and gold in the middle with the tower coverage he has.
Yep. Also grabbing relic number 1. There's a number of relics in the center here. There's 3 of them.
Yep.
So he can bring those in. And we saw how much the relics did for him last game. Handcart on the way for Valas. So it's going to be the super speed villagers here.
Did he get fervor yet? Because that also applies to Bohemian villagers.
No, he has not gotten fervor yet.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised to see it soon.
Yeah, makes sense. I don't think Sanctity is needed because you're not being attacked, but that would help give villagers HP as well. I mean, farming eco is going to take some time to kick in here, right? And so I guess the issue for Valas is you're up against a civilization which is notorious for fast up times. You have no map control, and then you are up against the player that is also known for forward castles. Well, maybe like Doubt and Inyo are known for that, but one of those two is known for actually completing their castles.
Yeah, Doubt's known for doing it and losing the game. Yo's known for doing it and winning the game.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
and we actually have galleys from Valas, which is interesting. He wants to try and take the water. It will take time for that to pay off. I think maybe he had seen that there was a 1 galley play from Yo in defense behind the dock, and he wants his own now. But I expect the villagers to come shortly for Yo to drop that castle, and Yo... I don't know what we call this area. I called it a bubble of golden stone earlier. I don't know if that's a bubble.
it's a grotto.
Is it a grotto? A growth, maybe? No,
a
not
tumor?
a growth. That's weird. A tumor. A tumor, yes. That's much better than bubble.
Yo, how much you want to bet Yo's going to delete this castle and put it even further forward?
Well, he's about to build it, so I'm going to bet nothing.
Dude. He always does that, though. You know what I'm talking about. Like, he always has an initial castle, and then he deletes the foundation and puts it even further forward. But I think he's scared about Valas being up quickly, because he doesn't know the extent of Valas' eco, right? For all he knows, it could be 1 TC, full fish boom, and up to Imperial Age already, and already have chemistry.
I mean, I'm with you, though. That castle, at the very least, should go next to your towers, because the towers will protect it. But it's a low-risk play, and he doesn't need to take a risk. Meanwhile, look at Valas. He's got this massive navy all of a sudden. And I guess he'll delete his dock once War Galley completes.
He's scared of the fish trap.
So he can go through.
Yeah. Yo actually made a few fish traps. I'm stunned. Early.
Yeah, seriously.
Usually that's like a last resort for him. It's just too much work, right? To make the fish traps.
Okay, Dave, we could see something pretty epic. Valas knows with a forward castle from Yo that this is fast imp or a faster imp. He's stonewalling. And on the other side of the gates, he's got like some siege and some monks, but really only 4 villagers.
All right, Yo.
So he could give that up and just take the south.
Guard towers and or a thalassocracy on the water.
Oh, thalassocracy would actually be sick. and then you just make a couple extra docks. He's making a demo right now. The demo could connect, but it's just a demo raft. It won't be upgraded unless he waits for the upgrade to come in. He should wait if he can, but the dock's going down really quickly here. Oh, God. Demo got sniped on the other side of the dock. Never mind.
Rip.
This is interesting.
Still, Imperial Age is sick, and you can, if you want to defend here, you can actually get fast fire pretty quick, right? I mean, that just takes care of everything.
Yeah, and honestly, like, by the time you treb down all of Valas' stuff, what's to stop you from just walking in and docking to kill all the fish from Valas anyways, on Valas' side?
Well, he's going to go
like
for
the
trebs
approach
first.
from Valas, though.
Yep, I do too. He assumes that the Malay player has an insane fish boom.
Wait, how did Yo get a spearman beyond
it walked
the gates?
all the way along the shoreline. I watched it.
Wait, what?
Yep, it went through the little nub of Valis' initial lumber camp and walked all the way along the shoreline.
Well, he's in now.
And it's got the full armor because of Malay.
True, going to town right now. Monks on the shoreline in the north now for Yo. He has started to expand his fish traps quite a bit, and there's a lot of ships here from Valis.
Yeah, he's got fast fire now, though.
Yeah,
so
true.
These war galleys are really going to struggle against fast fire.
Valis needs to click Imp with the TC that is safest, but that's a lot of Navy for Valis. He's got more than enough numbers to maybe still contest against fast fire. He does click to the Imperial Age. That is in the safest possible TC in the very southern corner. So Yo will be pushing, but Yo has taken more eco damage than Valis has, and Valis has 15 more villagers. I'm actually beginning to believe that as long as Valis doesn't let Yo through somehow over the next 2 minutes, that this game might go late and Valis might have a really good chance.
Yo is building up fast fires. He's starting with the push here, but he's lost his entire fishing eco there. So that's a huge issue. And now he's going for an outpost. So he's definitely looking for another castle placement somewhere along the line. And I mean, with the trebs, Yo could even... Wow, that's a pretty forward castle. Maybe back up a little bit now that you see the mangonels. Yo could even like chop through the wood line with that treb if you want
with
to.
the treb.
Yeah.
But trebs don't always hit the tree you want, and it takes time. It's really important that Yo sees something of value with the treb. And he's going to see the TC. So this will be Valis down to just one TC soon. But he's still got good eco. He's going to lose this control that he has against Yo on water, though. And Yo will eventually come kill his fish. So I guess Yo will have the shoreline. But again, I know it kind of delayed Valis with other aspects of the game. But I actually really like the fact that he made it messy on water here. Because Yo hasn't been able to focus on land.
It's a huge investment for Yo on water. And he lost like 20 fishing ships or something, like 16 fishing ships.
And Yo never clicked chemistry, and Valis already has it completed. So when Valis is in the Imperial Age in 20 seconds, he can make bomber cannons right away. He can make a treb from the castle he has in the south. He can hold this, Dave, and this game will go on for a very long time.
Maybe. I mean, Yo already has
not going
redemption
anywhere.
block printing as well for his monks. So he's already thinking about the bomber cannon approach.
Look at the resources for Valis. He clicks Hufnitsa right away.
That's crazy.
This is so sick. Just think about how this is played out. We have the land element, the water element, walls, guard towers, castles, trebs. And now we've got a player who's cut his way. He's planned to have expanded his way into the south to have a chance. Yo never did that himself, so it's going to take time to for Yo to find the resources, expand his eco like Valis has.
Look at the amount of archer ranges behind this from Valis.
Yeah,
he just wants gunpowder, he wants Hufnitsa, and when you think about Valis, you think about like Hufnitsa, Onager, Siege Onager, like that type of slow rolling push. He's so good with it. And if you're playing Malay, you're going to struggle against that big time.
Yes, this is... I said before the series, I'm just really happy right now. Like, today has been awesome. This stage of Titans League is so important. So every win matters so much, but then the games themselves have just been so good.
God, if Yo is to the outside now, he's going for a TC there. If Yo had more than one treb, he could have killed this Hufnitsa Siege Workshop. Like,
yeah, that's true. But he's had to expand his eco a bit, right? And focus on a lot of other things. Yo tries to convert the bombard cannon.
You can just walk on the shoreline. Okay, Valis went for a gate.
Yeah, Valis sees it. And Yo's castle still standing, but there's no way for Yo to contest the treb that Valis has at the moment. And it's now Hufnitze for the cannons, and there's a whole bunch of hand cannons for Valas. So Valas just needs to use those hand cannons, and Valas will be okay here, Dave. Yo's going to lose this castle.
Fishing ships for Valas. All gone.
Docks will go down as well.
Yeah, it looks like the fires killed them. He didn't delete them, so...
There could be like a rare cannon galleon on the shoreline on the right side for Yo if this game goes really late, but probably not.
I think Yo is thinking about Onager. He's gone for a siege workshop in the center area there. Both players have outposts.
Yeah, both players see each other there, right? That's so good.
Valas is going to be stuck in this corner. Like, literally just in the corner, but he's going to be fine because he's Bohemians.
But he's cooking, dude. He's cooking. Like, he wants to be in here. He's not ready yet. But when he's ready, it's going to be really tough for Yo as Yo tries to convert Hufnitze, and he doesn't get it. Castle down for Yo. They're both at 137 population right now. Castle will be down. What a map. What a game. There's been some amazing games on this map this tournament.
Like, what is your composition here if you're Yo? Like, you know Valas is going to have enough resources back here to get into his comp. And Hufnitze, even mixing Onager in because Hufnitze isn't enough, and he wants to cut through. Hand cannon skirms, like, Malay just... They're not very good at this stage.
Both players go for a ton of ranged units.
Yeah.
And then the difference would be that the Bohemians have the Hufnitze.
Yep.
But you could still go for monks to convert the Hufnitze, which didn't work, but could work in crucial moments. I actually think elephants is something that you could get to and surprise your opponent, because Valas right now is thinking there's no reason I ever need help. But again, we're probably a little bit a ways from that. So we saw the fight over the middle. We called this a tumor earlier. We probably should have thought of another name, but that's where the fight's going.
I said Grotto. I like Grotto.
Okay, we'll go with that.
It's a cavern, a clearing, a nub.
Someone get a thesaurus here. Because I'm sure that cavern and nub are listed next to each other in a thesaurus.
He's coming. He's coming, Tristan.
You know, Valas also has the hill, which I didn't really realize in this area, right? So it's really hard for Yo to ever push that.
This is terrifying. When Yo sees this army, this is terrifying.
Absolutely. Fortified wall for Valas just to be sure on things.
Oh my god.
What a sick job from him to pre-plan for this moment of the game. He is behind economically compared to Yo, but I think the Bohemians have the superior units.
Crop rotation coming in for Yo. That's actually a game where crop rotation might matter.
Yeah, true. It's going to pay off.
And elite karambit. Here it comes. Some
now,
skirms,
this is
some
smart
Hufnitze.
unit grouping because you have the skirms in front, and you've got the hand cannons waiting if any karambits go in. So Yo might choose to dive with karambits, and then he's going to see that gunpowder. This is really good unit grouping from Valas.
Oh, boy. All right, settle
Monks
in,
are needed
folks.
now.
This might be a long one here.
Well, I mean, it might be long, and you know Yo's going to fight if he loses this area, but I haven't seen enough gold expansion from Yo in his corner to think that he's actually going to have a lot to last here if he loses this. He just never really took those resources. We have faith for Valas, which is so expensive, and only a Black Forest player would maybe research it. But it does take longer once faith is completed for the opponent to convert units. Yeah.
It's crazy. And it's also one of the most expensive techs in the game. It's like 1,000 gold, 750 food.
Yeah, it's ridiculously expensive, and
Valas,
he almost kills his own units.
I was so nervous there. They were actually a tile away.
First time we've seen Faith in Titans League Season 3. First time I've seen it in tournament in a long time. Maybe ever.
Look at what Yo did.
1v1.
He cut at the far corner, and he's trying to go in the karambits and the arbalest, but there's a castle there.
Yeah, like he thinks he can be sneaky and distract his opponent here.
He's getting great fights against the skirms, though. That bomber cannon's kind of holding the line.
Well, also the arbs
in addition
being
to
in
that
the castle. Yeah.
Valas, though,
But
quick
bomber
walling
cannon's down.
the other side. There's still a
Yo.
hole.
Yo, you're crazy for going in here, dude. These are Hufnitze. You're not going to last long with these arbs. Are you kidding me? Oh, my. He's in on the other side, too. And that was a very bad fight for Yo, I believe, because he's lost like 30 units to kill 2 cannons.
He took out 2 of Nitsa, but he doesn't have anything in the queue. That's the problem. Meanwhile, on the right side, Skirms, Karambits pushing in.
And Valas build a castle, which is so important to defending that. What a game. Yo still trying to hold his nub here in this position. His monks, they're probably not going to find many conversions, and they might even die here as Yo will lose control over this area. And Valas, he's got random karambits to deal with, but he's got castles in the choke, and the castles have tons of kills, so Yo can't really go through there right now.
Yo's just cutting another hole. You know Yo won't give this one up easy, and he's got Valas backed into a corner, but that's kind of where Valas is most dangerous.
Yeah, this is where Valas wants to be. He's comfortable here. He thought about getting through here much earlier than Yo, and now Yo still has 30 plus on gold. He's got 3 relics.
And he's coming in.
But can Yo stop the death ball? This death ball seems very difficult to stop, so these raids have to accomplish something.
I think there's an argument to be made here for Mr. Yo for kind of switching some of your food eco over to fish if you have time.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
Malay.
that's true.
It's more
You know what's
efficient
wild,
in general, and it's like a lot more food.
Wild thing is that Valas is actually very low on gold now because he's been in this corner for so long. So he needs the other area, which he is going to take, obviously.
And he's going to wall it up, too. So smart, dude. He's just so consistent when you give him time to cook.
The Karambits are on the way, though. And I think, that could mean the wall gets denied. But at the same time, obviously, Valas defends.
Castle over on the right side is being trebbed down.
No way he saves this, right? He's going to kill... He's attack grounded. He's going to get... Oh, he's so close to getting those trebs.
I don't think he saves it. The Karambits are there just on time unless the Nitsa from the left side come in at the exact right moment. No, he's not going to save it.
No, he's not. That'll go down. And that's a big deal because Yo has opportunities. Dave, Yo got Karambits into the south.
Yep.
Look at the kills.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, bro.
No way Yo wins this game.
No sanctity. So the Vils die even faster.
Oh, and honestly, I think Valas is just hit that moment where he's like, oh no.
Yeah.
I'm actually losing this. Like, I thought that he would have probably had the confidence to feel like he's in the perfect position. He's now more exposed on the right side. And Yo can build up a massive force to take the middle back. Or the nub, sorry. That's what we're calling it.
Yo has so much access to golden stone still in the center area.
Yeah.
Like, there's golden stone there. There's golden stone in his little area over here. Valas doesn't have any onagers on the field right now, so he can't cut through to Yo's area. And Yo is in with some Karambits. He denied that wall off.
Oh, jeez. Now, honestly, the hand cannons weren't there before. They're going to be here now. The hand cannons should shred. And one attack round and the Karambits will disappear too.
Oh my god. They're going to fold like a wet tissue.
Boom.
Right there.
Attack
Boom.
rounds?
Oh, he didn't do it.
Nope. That was definitely the wet tissue moment. But maybe we'll see it.
I like the fact that Yo is like just kind of distracting and he's building up like 4 or 5 trebs every single time. And then you push in. You know you're going to lose the trebs eventually. Just get as much damage as you can and then wait for the next wave.
I think Yo needs to have trebs or cannons on the hill to the left.
Yeah.
Like slightly onager cut through there and then take that castle.
Force levy.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Look at the gold from him too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Force levy means your two-handed swordsman would not cost any gold. But you don't really want to make them if you ever have gold. So that is like a 2-hour mark situation, probably.
I also love the fact that he's like chopping as many openings as he can with the onagers.
Yeah. Yep.
He's just kind of like, I'm going to open this game up. You do really well in choke points. I do better when you have to defend in multiple positions.
Yeah.
And he
just
runs it
keeps
with the
making
again.
He just keeps making Valas work, right? Like even if Valas has stopped him, Yo continues to make Valas work. These Karambit warriors run through. I think they'll go for the TC here. Maybe. Yeah, look at them go. Even skirms are coming through here, and now Valas has to pay attention to this, and Valas is getting Karambit raided on the nub. And he's also got to defend the other area where the trebs are right now. TC in the back has gone down. Crazy hand cannon number, though, for Valas.
You're going to do at this point is, like, consciously add another TC here to keep your villager production up. You're
also,
in late game mode, right? You feel like you have enough res, but look at the res for Valas. It's not there.
No, it's not. And Dave, high-level players rarely preemptively research murder holes. It's a bit of a problem right now for that castle for Valas. As the Karambits are going to town, they've taken 2,000 HP off the castle already. And then the other Karambits have taken out the TCs. Valas has no TCs. My goodness.
He
And
doesn't
there's
have the
Murder
better
Pulse.
army, but he's got the better position, and he can outlast him. He can win the war of attrition, which is exactly what he's trying to do. He's keeping Valas in this corner. Valas just can't do anything.
Yeah, Valas will click wall. Very well played from Valas. But now the Trebs have arrived. Now these Trebs, a little risky for Yo in some cases, right? But it's probably a risk worth taking when you have 5,000 gold just to take that castle out. And that's going to be a one volley. Boom. One volley, castle's down, and you can back right away with those Trebs.
Karambit's still trying to push up through the choke consistently against Hufnitsa.
Up the hill. Up the hill. But, you know, you think about the cost of Hufnitsa and you think about the cost of hand cannons. The Karambits are still getting decent enough value. I mean, a lot of
It's
this
hard to
comes
call
down
that fight decent enough value.
Well, I guess in my mind, I'm saying that because he has 5k gold.
No, it is, because he killed, like, maybe 6 hand cannons, but still,
Yeah.
that was, wow. I wouldn't want to be part of that Karambit army.
Yo, also starting to onager cut from the left-hand side now,
he's
Dave.
just so good, man. He's so good.
He's such a fun player to watch. He's one of my favorite players. If I could choose to be a player, I gotta have to choose Yo. It's just the brilliance of that mind. Give it to me for a day.
Hufnitsa versus
See
Treb,
what
but the
it's like.
Hufnitsa are out of position. Never mind. Valas is perfectly comfortable attack grounding those Karambits. Brought the
Here we
hand
go.
cannons over, too.
Trebs need to leave. How convenient is this?
Next
The
tournament,
Trebs can
when-
just get out
And
of here.
Valas is gonna
And
quick
Valas
wall
is
them?
like, no.
Oh, my God!
Oh my god, and 4 Trebs go down. What a series. I mean,
Dude.
Valas is still in this, but he needs good moments. He needs to be taking out castles.
Yeah.
He needs to be fortifying the stone and gold, and I'm just not quite seeing that yet.
And Yo
It's
is
so difficult for
I
him.
mean, Yo has enough resources in the bank to last him a while.
Yeah. It's a good thing this isn't standard win condition, because this would genuinely have been a situation for Yo to go wonder victory
Yeah.
here. With these resources.
I think what Yo needs to do is just start shift clicking with his onagers all the reeds, and just like opening it wide.
Well, not all of them, because you know he might run out of wood eventually too. But
yeah.
yeah, on the right side, I agree with you.
Through the center, on the left side as well. Like, just make it as open as possible. Valas is winning in these choke points. He's not winning in the open fields.
What would you think about like 4 capped rams on the ranges for Valas on the right? Because that's an exposed area,
I mean,
and there's no melee units from Valas to
he's
take
got
out
capped
rams right
rams
now.
coming out from somewhere.
Who knows? He's
So,
probably got 6 siege
one in the middle.
workshops.
Oh my god, just got nuked again on the Karambits. So
But
he
it's
needs to
like-
have a very casual 78 kills.
Still always worth it, I think, to move forward in these positions. Good job from Valas to pay attention. Brings his hand cannons back over. Another big attack round. Hufnitsa destroying. Yo with 10,000 resources in the bank right now.
Cut more of the trees, Yo, please. If you go through this choke point one more time, bro.
He needs to make it like a scenario. He needs to make like 3 separate chokes.
Yeah.
And make it really difficult to
Bombard
fight with the
tower
Hufnitsa.
for Yo.
Smart.
Yep.
I wonder if he knew that they had Bombard Tower. Like, did he check the tech tree there?
Malay is... Oh, God, what a shot. Malay is not one of the civs that I remember, like, off the top of my head, has Bombard Tower.
Yeah,
Oh, my God, Yo
exactly.
was snuck in with 4 Trebs. Where did they come from?
Yeah, they just looped around, dude. No, dude, go for the ranges, yo.
No, get to the right to the back of the base and then attack the castle from behind the wood line.
Yo.
He's just chip
You're
damage.
going too far
It's just
here,
chip
dude.
He's got 5,200 gold, bro. He's fine. He can take out half the HP on that castle or whatever, and then come back again another day.
Okay, well, I think the ranges would have been more realistic approach. This is a very large Hufnitsa number for Valas right now. He hasn't lost many of them now over the last few moments, and he's got 8 of them. The Karambit warriors have been destroyed, as have skirmishers, and Valas' castle still could go down because he's had to pull these cannons away. There's also that one random monk from Yo finally gets the conversion, so that's faith for you.
Valas isn't... He's not dying easy.
No,
That's
he's
for
not.
sure.
And if he could use the army he has now to get more gold, he could eventually push back as well.
This KD also isn't looking fantastic for Yo. And that's what's keeping Valas' score so close here.
Yeah. I mean, but to be fair, I think even though Karambit's half a pop space, it counts as a full kill.
Are we going to see
stats, right?
elephants from Yo?
I think elephants is
Stables are
amazing.
in the center. Yeah, I mean, Valas hasn't even teched into pikemen yet, right?
Yeah, and he's never really going to be able to do it if you show up with 20 elite battle elephants
There
at
are
the right time.
50 Karambits just hanging out, ready to come in.
Yeah.
If Yo pulls this army at a position on the left side, he can zoom on in with these guys, and we'll see a repeat.
That's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or he's going to zoom right through the choke point of death. Oh, God. But, I mean, he can get the hill. The cannons aren't there. The cannons aren't ready. There's only 3 who need to now, so you lost a lot over the last few moments. And my goodness. Yo loses more units as he clicks Elite Battle Elephant, Dave. But as we've seen so consistently, the Karambit Warriors are still taking pretty good fights, and they continue to push Valas back at the very least, because Valas has to hit and run, and he's in a position where he needs to be moving forward. Crazy
Valas
stuff.
does
Yo at
not
160 pop. Valas
have-
at 130 right now.
He doesn't have the gold to get the Halb upgrade and everything. He's now trying to. I think.
Yeah.
No, he queues up more hand cannons. Does he not see the stables here? I guess hand cannons do a decent amount versus elephants, but holy.
Well, honestly, I think if you try and tech switch here, you die, right? Because you're so at the limit. So you already have a bunch of ranges. Your best bet for an immediate response is just squeezing out more hand cannons. And he sees the elephants. He knows what's coming.
Damn.
It was actually less than a second away from Yo getting the Elite Battle Elephant upgrade. And Valas taps out in another ridiculous performance from Yo in this series. It really also shows the strength of the map and all the different things that happen here on this map. Ultimately, Yo's aggression and Yo's map control was able to get the job done against Valas, who is very comfortable in those choke points and those defensive situations.
478 Karambits created, and only 36 survive. Most of them didn't even get a chance to attack the enemy. The KD was 698 to 364 in favor of Valas, so that's pretty strong. But at the end of the day, I mean, Yo just won the war of attrition. He collected more resources, got the map position. Valas had the better army comp, but it did not matter because he was stuck in the corner.
What? Is there anything you can do differently if you're Valas in this game? Like, from Imp onwards, is there anything that we could suggest to him that he could have done differently?
I think it's tough with what Yo was doing. I don't think so. Once he's stuck in that corner area, you just have to hope that Yo is making mistakes and not like queuing up units behind.
Like the only thing I can think of, and there's a strong argument against it, is stone wall behind the trees. And then Yo can't get through. But, like, you do that, then you can't get castles.
Yeah.
And castles are so crucial. So I really just think Yo just had a masterclass here yet again. And at least, you know, looking at the whole series as a whole, as we will have a Game 3 start, poor Valas has got to be thinking, what do I have to do to beat this guy when one win is so important to me? My goodness. Well, amazing game. Incredible to watch. Really happy we got to witness that. And we'll see what Valas has in store for us. I think it'll be Yo's home map, which I think should be a bit simpler than Fractal.
Yeah, it's Land Madness, right?
Yeah, Land Madness. So that'll be less crazy, I imagine. I imagine we're going to see less skirms from Yo as well. He's made a lot of skirmishers, but yeah, what was it?
Valas
700?
guy? Bring back Winchester. At least we can have more competitive games.
I forget what you said.
CCHQ, please.
A lot.
Number 1, get a clue. Number 2, fuck off.
I think
that somewhere
Valas
else.
is playing like the third best player in this group, though, right? Like, especially after seeing Daniel's performance against Doubt. Right now, even though Valas hasn't won a game here, he's showing people why he's third in this group. Because these games haven't been easy for Yo. They've all gone pretty late by the standards of their maps.
I love how both games were so similar too. Like Yo had the eco advantage. Yo had the worse army, but more of it. Yeah.
That's fun stuff. I wonder if we'll see Yo play that again, or if people are just going to avoid picking it against him in the future. It definitely
You're
feels
so
like
dumb, dude.
there's not a map that Yo is going
You're
to be
so
weak
dumb,
on. I
bro.
think the one would probably be Zawal, but with the way the draft works, he will always get a ban on that. Could see maybe not banning that against other players. Like, I don't know, maybe getting a bit of ahead of ourselves, but Doubt and Yo next week, like, I don't know if Doubt would love Zawal. I think he'd probably be better at it than Yo, though.
Yeah, I think when Yo is going into an arena game, he just, like, I've talked to him about it before, he just considers it a loss, basically. He counts it as a loss, and if he wins, he wins, but not banking on any wins there.
I wonder with how important this race between Yo and Doubt is in this group, if prior to the series, Yo will give Lig some pep talks and some strats. Like, hey, I know it's been rough for you, but do me a favor, okay? And just try this strategy against Doubt. Try and get a win against him for me.
I don't think Yo is giving Lix pep talks either. From what I understand, Lix is like the crazy one.
Lix just does his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not only in his playstyle, but also his personality apparently is, like, wild.
Yeah, I think Yo and Lix... Actually, Yo is very different from who you may consider number 2 and number 3 in China. I would say number 2 is Vivi, number 3 Lix, and Yo, there are some similarities. Like, I think Yo and Vivi love to play a boom unique unit style, like Latis or, Fusilier or something, but in general, they're actually very different players from each other.
Yep.
Whereas you look at some other countries or some other clans, like look at France. They're all the same type of player. Sorry, France. Except for like Clement out there who impressed me in Nations Cup. I think he was doing a lot of...
Well.
Oh, Baba Rum as well. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But they're all basically Sito and then Sito Light and then
Sito Lighter of
Diet
Light.
Sito. And,
Sito Zero. I mean, and to be fair, if you're going to model your game after somebody, it's a pretty good play style to model after.
Yeah.
But... So, does Yoko Byzantines or Franks here? Or Romans, Dave, for Land Madness? They haven't started yet, so we'll get our guesses in.
I think we just see Franks.
Yeah. If he's scared of Incas, does he consider Romans?
No, Incas have slingers,
Romans,
bro.
Yeah, I don't know if Romans are actually that good.
Yeah, Incas are like the anti-Malian, anti-Roman meso.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Byzantines could be pretty good as well. I guess it depends on what type of game Yo wants. I feel like against Valas, you want to be taking control and being aggressive. If it was Yo versus like Viper, or Yo versus I'm trying to think another player who's like Leary or even like Margugu, someone who's really aggressive in Platinum, I think then he might opt for the defensive option in Byzantines. But we'll know now. Honestly, I would have probably asked for a slightly bigger break between game 2 and game number 3, but these guys didn't take that much time. And we'll be in game 3, and it will be Franks versus Incas.
Cool.
Not bad.
A gift sub on someone who is about to be banned is such a cherry on
so,
top. First they get
to
banned,
repeat the stakes here, because the stakes are insanely important as we close up, or we get closer to the end of group stage. Valas is just 5 wins right now in live standings, and there will be one more round for him after this round completes against Yo. So if Valas gets swept here, it is very possible that Daniel or Running could possibly overtake Valas and go into the 3rd place spot. Daniel has Licks to play and Running, and I could see Daniel being the favorite in both of those sets. He would only need to get 3 wins out of 6. So I think Valas snagging a victory here would make him feel a whole lot better about his chances. And he's come forward early to try and lame. And look at this from Yo, Dave.
He did take...
Oh, he did lame.
He did take 2 of the geese. So Yo is now scouting a little far afield. So maybe he's thinking about going forward towards Valas's base. Let's see if he can spot those deer at the back. He can. He's looking for a second patch, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how Yo brought in his boar right away against Mezzo, as the Eagle Civs will always try and lame early. But I think if Yo got lamed already and he's just now scouting the front of his base, He's
Dude.
just going to have to assume at some point that is what has happened
I have
here.
the most aggressive burning sound ever on Capture Age. I'm gonna have to
Restart it.
Yeah, I'm just restarting Capture Age.
Yeah, dude. There's certain areas of the map sometimes which are really obnoxious. Okay, so Franks, very clean build-up. More HP on their scouts. Farm upgrades coming in for free in each age. Berry bonus. There's double berries, so really strong play there. But relatively one-sided. You're generally going stable units and booming. Later on, we could see throwing axemen. Later on, we could maybe see hand cannons. But if you go skirms, it's kind of awkward. And point is, you're just kind of centered around having success with stable units. The Incas can kind of do it all. They have eagles versus archers, the Kamayuks, the halbs, very good versus cav, slingers versus infantry. And then there's monks. So I think Incas have the tools here, but it's always a multifaceted thing, right? It's multiple units combined typically. And that can sometimes take a while to get going. And players like Yo, if they're at your base with scouts constantly, kind of hard to be offensive against them at the same time.
Can we appreciate the fact that Valas's main gold is also disgusting?
That's not that bad.
Forward towards your
The
enemy.
4 tile?
Yeah. You think that's not that bad? One at the
I
front
don't
of
think
his
it's that
base?
bad.
Okay.
I mean, it's not great. Obviously, like having the
just
gold
sucks
behind would be
'cause
okay.
Mesosivs just need gold, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
No, I
Franks,
agree
you
with you
can
on that.
avoid coming out to that, and the gold for Mr. Yo is, I would much rather take that. the
Yeah,
back
and like
windows.
having the 3 tiles as well for Yo further towards the back will be nice. But I think like if that gold's a problem, I will still see what berries he chooses to take. Oh, holy birds around Valas's base, by the way. There's a ton of them.
I can't believe you're paying attention to that right now.
And
we have a super
and there's none
important
over Yo.
game 3, and you are paying
Sorry.
attention to birds.
Well,
Of
I
all
wonder who
things.
would have given me that idea.
I don't know. I don't know him.
It is really funny though because like yeah, in our early days casting together, you definitely were the look the bird guy. But proportionally, I feel like we're pretty similar with that. But that has very much been associated with you from what I read with people on the internet.
I mean, you're not a corner checker like me.
I'm not a corner checker, but they fixed the bug. I missed the corner bird.
No. I'm not. I just check corners in general and rate them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Just what do you
they're
look
all
for now? that
they're
they
all
fixed that
terrible
bug?
on this map. Oh, it's
Okay.
just character.
Character of the corner. Got
Yeah,
it. It doesn't surprise me. Did you spend a lot of time in the corner as a kid? You just take me back?
No, no, but like, I mean, I have the capabilities to judge corners.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good to know. You know, it's
Yeah.
good to know you're a multifaceted caster over here. Well, Valas knows exactly where Yo is, and he's gone for the very early barracks, and he's going to take the gold that is not in the corner. And this is probably just going to be the 2 militia build that we see from a lot of players here. And he sees the berries from Yo. He wants to focus the berries. And Yo has not scouted this just yet, except, of course. Of
He shows
course.
up
I don't
at
get
the perfect time.
Yeah, he shows up and sees
and he catches
the,
the
berries.
corner
How?
of it too.
Yeah.
He's a corner guy too.
I'm actually, when things like that happen, I actually get a little annoyed because I feel like I never get lucky right there with late scouting and
Yeah.
seeing it. But, you know, you got to credit Yo. He's done some amazing things in the series and he's got good game sense. And I'm sure he knew it was something that could happen anyways.
He sees the third one too.
Yeah.
So that's important information. He knows it's going to be men-at-arms here from Valas. And how will Yo defend against this? Well, he goes for an archer range here with the Franks.
Always kind of a tricky situation, right? Like, on one hand, it makes sense to switch into range if your opponent's going for this strategy. On the other hand, you're not playing towards scouts, which is the best way to take advantage of your bonuses.
All right, Yo,
Also,
you're
really
just going to hang
surprised-
around here with these vills? Okay. Well, he gets away on time. That's fine.
Yeah, but the other villagers could also be exposed and... Okay, pressure from Valas at least pays off thus far. Enforcing Yo into a range when Yo wasn't on gold
Valas
right away. He's on
sees
the gold now.
at the back too. Yep. And he saw the range, so he goes over towards the gold. Yo quick walls that though. Valas will be forcing repairs out from attacking these walls, and Valas hasn't gone for the men-at-arms upgrade, so he won't be doing as much damage as he potentially could.
Yeah, so the first archer came out right away for Yo. Second archer was a little delayed. And we see Eagle in queue for Valas behind this and his own range coming up. The keys here obviously going to be on the timing on range units, as both players are going to go for that. And if Yo sees skirmishers at all from Valas, he can eventually go for scouts. So that's obviously still an option for him.
Double barracks, Eagle production.
Really?
Nice.
Oh, that wasn't a range.
Nope.
Huh. Interesting builds. And did Yo scout that? Is he looking? This would be interesting if he
He's
scouts
just going to casually come
sees
back.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your anger
Wow.
out, Tristan.
I can't be angry about that. That's just, that's just amazing game sense because, again, you can assume it's just a range follow-up like I did. So him checking now allows him to be informed. And now you could take it you could take it even further and say that Valas should expect Yo to see it and then go for what is best to counter it, which I guess could be scouts. I guess could be man-at-arms. We'll see.
I mean, Yo doesn't really have the eco here to click up soon.
Yeah,
but you
agreed.
could think about just walling off the Eagles and trying to get to Castle Age yourself with some stables, because the scouts against Eagles with armor, it's going to take a while to get enough to push it back.
Yeah, I mean, if there's no ranged units from Valas,
Yeah, you can just
Yo
wall
can just
and kind of
small
ignore.
wall everything. Yeah.
But it is dangerous, though, because Valas can do exactly what he's doing right now. He doesn't need range units if he sends villagers forward.
The archers don't have fletching yet, and the Eagles already have armor. There's 5 of them with 3 more on the way.
You
And
tower
here
the
comes
farms?
Valas.
Do you tower the farms, or do you tower
Yeah,
the
dude.
woodline?
Well, kind of both, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, well, actually, no, that needs to be a little closer to
It's
the
a
woodline
starting.
for that to be
It's a
good
starting
tower.
tower. He's Incas. He's saving stone on towers. All right. Starting tower.
Love how a lot of players would look at that tower and say, that does nothing. But Yo knows the importance of forward towers because he does it all the time. And so he actually considers that a threat. Now, most important thing here for Valas, you have to consistently apply pressure to Yo, because if there is a moment where Yo feels like he's fine, he will just send archers to your base and you could be screwed.
Yep.
So you have to be applying pressure with everything, as Yo is going to try and dive underneath this, sends his archers inside the tower.
Yeah, you can just
Really
sit
nice
there
play.
in the tower, and the Eagles, if they get close, I mean, they might kill a couple villagers, but you're going to lose all your Eagles, and then you lose your initiative. And the tower is going to go down there. Great defensive tower there from Mr. Yo, and he's already on stone himself. He's made a mining camp out there, so he's ready for the second one coming, and Valas has his second tower coming up there. Yo can just abandon the woodline for now if he wants to.
Yeah, I feel like if you're abandoning the woodline, you go counterattack with those archers potentially. But dude, that's a lot of Eagles. This build is sick. This is amazing. He's got 9 Eagles. We always talk about how long it takes to produce Eagles in Feudal. So it's never really a good strat at this level, but it's really interesting stuff here. And it
But he's
doesn't
not
cost a
doing
lot of
any-
food to make these either.
He's not doing any damage, though. Yo, I mean, it's just because Yo has such
It's
good
just-
damage control, right?
Yeah. But if you think about it, Yo's now off of wood. He doesn't have the wood for the next lumber camp yet. So he's got to wait for that. Yo hasn't been able to move out. And now you have Valas making a market at home, maybe flirting with the idea of Castle Age. I mean, it has harassed a lot, and against better players, maybe he would have killed more.
I think,
But
dude, Yo's really nervous about going for that counterattack with the archers.
he is. He
Like,
really
he's
is.
been fighting against those Eagles with the armor the entire time here, and he's been struggling to kill them. And without anything to support the archers, I think, you know, heading out there, you want to do damage, you want to be sneaky, but if he finds you, those archers are toast.
Well, you know what forced that, though? He went back because he saw Valas go towards his berries and his gold. And now Valas came back, and now Yo's like, screw it. I'm making my move.
Yep. He's
So I
getting
think
the
Valas
armor.
hasn't seen the archers in a while, so he should know that they're on the way. He does have Town Watch, so Valas will probably be paying very close attention to his base right now. And Yo's going to wall up. Yo will wall up the berries, and Yo will wall up the gold, but big moment in the game. Valas knows these archers could be coming.
Archer armor could actually help here because it cancels out the forging upgrade that he got.
Yeah, it's a good point. And villagers are going to have to leave wood, berries, everything for Valas as he drops a tower on his gold. He's worried about that. He sees the wood line for Yo. Yo only has 1 archer. Yo's just going to fight back with Vils. Valas is clearly distracted, though. He hasn't taken the opportunity for fights. He's killed a villager from Yo in the tower situation, and Yo still hasn't found villagers from Valas. This is wild. There's so much happening
These
at the
games have been
same
so
time.
good. There's 14
Yeah.
Feudal Age Eagles right now.
Wow. Credit to Valas, that tower game still being played. He has not lost a villager to Yo yet. His eco's a
And
little bad, but Yo's
The
bad
new
too.
the new Eagles are coming towards the stone. This is tragic. Yo is fighting against those weak Eagles, but Valas sends the reinforcements there. Instead of
So
dealing with the
smart.
archer army behind, he's just going to run his villagers, and he's going to send these Eagles out to the stone, and Yo is going to lose at least 2 villagers here, if not more, and now he's off of that stone. He does have enough for
Wow.
another tower if he wants one, but it's messy, man. It's really messy.
It's the same logic we applied to Yo counterattacking. He built his own a tower to defend his gold, so he knew Yo can't damage me immediately. I can damage him if I send the new Eagles forward. What a play from Valas. What a build. And if he could snag a win here, it would be amazing for his chances at maintaining third in this group.
Did lose a couple villagers underneath the tower on the gold. And he's lost a couple of Eagles, but he killed a ton of vills.
Yeah.
Feels like for Mr. Yo there.
I mean, still plenty could happen here, right? Because the idle time's off the charts for both right now. And Yo has kept the Eagle player off of gold temporarily. Tower goes up for Yo.
I wonder if there was ever an argument here for Yo to get men-at-arms.
That's what I was originally thinking when he saw double barracks. Maybe. But honestly, I mean, he's only lost 2 villagers to this entire thing with just going archers. So I think the archer play has kind of been okay.
No, he's lost 7 villagers.
Oh, my bad. Well, 7-2. It's all the same.
Only 7. It's fine. He's kept his TC running, though. And
I mean,
he's got 40 villagers versus 41, although Wheelbarrow is in for Valas. And Valas has
listen,
been off gold. And look at Valas's resources. And look at Yo's.
it's wild.
Yo could cancel
Dude,
those vills and go up.
Dallas has played well enough to get 3 wins today against anyone else.
Yeah.
But Yo is he's shown up, bringing his best, as he always does. And we'll see what he can do in Castle Age. But all the archers for Yo will go down. They will kill a lot of Eagles before they go down, but that'll give Valas access to gold again.
Yo's up. Oh
No
my
way.
God, dude. What
No
a defense
way.
from him. Even in those messy moments, like on the stone or the wood line, manages to defend, but he's got a lot of weak vills. We got to do some defensive buildings here, Mr. Yo, because all of these Eagles are going to come back the other way soon enough.
But I mean, he's got towers to hop into. He'll be able to make knights soon.
Don't tell me
Valas
these
hasn't
archers
clicked
find
up.
these vills on the right side of Valas's base.
Now Valas spotted it actually with the other eagle.
Okay.
So that's really nice play.
Good job from him.
And yeah, good job from him. And he needs to click up here. And we will have a scenario where, assuming Yo loses the archers, which we have to assume he will in a second. We'll see if he can kill villagers first. Well played, Valas. Valas can protect his whole eco, except for maybe farms, with walls from knights. So this game could play out similarly to what we had said about the Eagles versus the villagers in Feudal. Yo's being such a pest right now with those archers.
Is
really
there an
wants that
argument
bill.
for Valas to make forward monasteries here? Just try and
Well, I
push-
don't think you can go. I don't think you can go forward being this late.
Well, I mean, you have 3 villagers forward there anyway.
Yeah, it's true. Does he know they're there though?
He'll find
I
out
don't-
eventually.
Yeah, I'm not. I think he might actually go Kamiuk, bro. Look at how much stone he has.
He's making a 3rd barracks. I don't know if he's planning on...
Maybe like Eagles for map control into a forward castle against Yo is what he was thinking.
Maybe.
Not every day you see a 25-minute feudal age time after Eagles and archers on this map. Valas, you have to stay away from all the red on your screen, dude.
Yeah.
You got to stay away from it right now.
Well,
and all your vills need to be
His
walled up.
eco is so exposed, dude. When
Oh,
like this gives
yeah.
me a headache if putting myself in Valas's position and knowing that knights are coming. This
Yep.
eco would give me the biggest headache. Like you don't even
Oh my god.
you don't do anything because you don't know where to start.
Did Yo see those vills sitting there the whole time?
I think he just sent some over because he knew they were around somewhere from the tower.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, they've been sitting there for a while. He did scout. I think he might have scouted. He's got the scout moving still. That starting scout. It might be
It's
auto
gonna
scout
be a
at this
castle
point.
from Valas, and he's making spearmen to
Oh
support
my
the
god!
castle
And Yo
position.
finds the eagles as well. Like Yo just did the perfect position. Wild positions he's found here. And the knights are going to clear up the eagles. We see pikeman defense is the plan for Valas. As Valas tries to save villagers.
I think it's less pikeman defense and pikeman to support a castle that's going to be
Yeah.
outrageously aggressive here.
Yeah, no, it's good energy to have, I think, with where you're at in this game. The sad thing is it's land madness. So what are you going to do? Castle the main gold? No, because Yo could just go everywhere. Yeah,
Goes for
defensive
TC.
castle wouldn't make a lot of sense. The walls from Valas is, again, he continues to play amazing here. And Yo won't find villager kills. Also, really like the TC from Valas. There's Hunt, there's Stone, there's Wood there as well to work with. But this is now a boom game, and this is Yo we're talking about, and Yo's got Franks. Really dangerous position to be in if you're
And
Valas.
Yo's going light cav now. He knows the monks will probably be on the way. Light cav don't do great against pikemen, but they don't have to fight the pikemen. They can just run around them. Take care of the monks.
I'm going to have to repeat myself, though. Both players are playing incredible.
Yep.
Like, this is the best level I've seen from Valas all season. And same from Yo, but Yo has honestly had his toughest test here.
It's crazy. Like, all 3 games have been wild.
Everyone, yeah. And they've all been... They've had enough similarities where you could say, yeah, that's Yo versus Valas for you. But there's also been quite a few differences due to how the maps play out.
Damn, villagers going down at the front. Villagers running from the wood line. The monk hops in the tower. Convenient position there. And a third TC for Valas. So he's just going to try and settle things down. And you look at the villager count right now. It's not that bad. You'd think it would be worse than it actually is.
I mean, Inca villagers being affected by blacksmith upgrades does help now. It was only affected in Castle H. But there's just always going to be spots where the cav are going to find picks. And this is the problem. Like, pikeman defense is great if your opponent is poor enough to take the fight against your pikeman. But Yo
that
just runs
TC,
away.
you can't wall that in, dude. You can't wall on the rocky terrain.
No.
TC gets denied. Pikemen are coming over, but the knights can just pick away at the villas and then run away from the pikemen.
Yeah. And what was that? Like a minute before that. Vil difference isn't that bad. Now it's 60 versus 42.
It's bad.
Yo hasn't been idled at all.
And like
And
you
he
said,
sees
there's
monks
no
and pikes.
there's no real place for like that game-defining forward castle to come down.
Yeah.
There's nowhere you can put it.
Especially because Yo has expanded his TCs towards the back and not like towards the front, which both players have done naturally. You don't want to expand towards your opponent with your economy. I will say that there's a point in the game where Yo having not taken any engagements against pikes is a problem because there's 16 pikes, there's 4 monks. And so if Yo
How many
as
monks?
he goes in with light cav,
Oh, nice teleport there from Valas. Gets away with
But,
3.
like, usually what happens is Yo, or a player in Yo's position anyways, is going to have to shift into something else. And during that period where the knights don't feel viable anymore, that's where the forward castle can happen. We might be in that point now.
I mean, Yo's eco is just looking phenomenal behind this, right? Like, he's gotten his farms up. There's 3 TCs now. The TC idle time is only at 1:30. Of course, it goes up as soon as I mention it.
Yeah.
But that's super solid for a game like this, where he's been defending against an all-in early. And, ooh, Valas notices the woodline over chop. That's kind of crazy.
Okay, but check this out, right? Check this out. The Vils are headed forward, right?
Is that
this
enough
is the moment.
Vils? Oh.
Well, he didn't have many other villagers he could send. They're all in the back.
Is that enough Vils? He didn't have enough.
I saw him get villagers off his gold and
Does he
drop off
put
the
it
gold.
right in the nook between the stable and the archer range?
I don't know. His monks just died.
Yo's trying to put a castle on that hill. Valas is looking for the perfect position for his own castle. The monks
He's also
are
defending his wood line.
dead behind this, by the way.
Yeah, like Valis' wood line was just something he had to pay attention to, and now Yo drops a castle there. Valis is like, I'm
He's
gonna
so
take down your
confused.
tower. I'm going to take down your tower and then drop a castle? Is that the plan?
He doesn't know what he wants to do. He's just going to drop it underneath the tower.
And he had to garrison his TC, Dave, which he did do against Yo's knights. Yo could lose those knights. This is crazy military numbers for Valas. As Yo cannot stop this castle, even though he has a tower.
Like,
dude. That castle's going up.
They're not Eagle Warriors. They're still Eagle Scouts, and it's 20 pikemen.
Oh, no, the wood line. The wood line was over.
Oh,
Rip.
God, dude. He even walled it in before that, too.
I know.
Oh,
it's like
my
Yo just kept an eye on it.
14 villagers killed. The tower is
Now
going
Yo's
down from Yo.
imping.
The pikemen are all dying, and you know what? Yo has a phenomenal unit available to him against this army composition, which is Axemen.
Axemen. Yeah, genuinely the perfect moment for it as well. But I think the biggest thing will be Treb out of that castle to just take down Valis' forward castle.
And he's killing more villagers at the back, too.
Yeah,
Alice
yeah,
is like
this
hopping in and out. He's doing a good job with that, but that's not what he needs to be paying attention to right now.
Yeah. This is just sick. I mean, lovely display. Like, I really hope that people who are watching this feel privileged to have the understanding to know how brilliant Yo has been today. Because majority of people are just going to be like, okay, that's a really old game. Why are you watching that? They're not going to fully understand it. It's so
Watching
sick.
this, I can't remember the last time I saw Yo versus Valis, but Yo seems kind of like Valis' kryptonite. Like, just the style of always finding a way into the eco, of disrupting him, you know, of being able to defend the early craziness and then disrupt the late stage boom that Valis loves to go into. Yo's just got all the tools to do it.
And Yo thrives in chaos. I think if Valis were to play this against someone else who's in the top 5, he might actually have a better result today. Just because Yo likes chaotic situations. Like, he has a really good sense for that. Whereas some other players have a sense for situations they've encountered enough times to then know this is what I do here with my great mechanics or whatever.
I love Axemen. Probably my second favorite unit in the game.
It's
Tarkin,
so sad how
Axemen,
infrequently we
Magyar,
see them.
Yeah.
But I love them as well.
They're so fun to use, too.
Also, the second time we've seen legitimate moments for Axemen today. We had it in the first series.
Don't get nuked by a mag. We're just talking about how good you are. Oh my god!
Hope you weren't hoping to farm here, Yo.
Yo's like, I can do that too.
It's cheaper for me now. Oh, man. Well, I think both castles will actually go up here. Val is trying to make it messy here as Yo has no offensive pressure whatsoever. It's full defense. And so that's a positive for Valis. Is behind this, he's safe. But he will lose both of these castles, and he's going to lose all of his pikemen. And then it's like the floodgates open, and Yo still has a massive eco lead and could just pick Valis
I like
apart.
the idea from Valis, though. Like, you have to do this. If you go for defensive castles, you're dead. You're so dead. And if you pressure forward like this, at least you're buying yourself time. He's actually going for petards. Trying
That's
to take
smart
out
too.
that castle.
Yeah, like, be patient, try and make enough petards to take out the castle from Yo in the back, and then go for rams and petards on the one in the front. And then if the castles are down, and Yo is planning on making Trebs and Axemen, then Yo can't do that any longer. That's the thinking anyways. But I think petards only work really well if you have a big ram meat shield in front, and Yo's not paying attention, or if the castles are directly next to each other, like the one on the left side.
Bearded axe in the queue. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, so +1 range on the axe.
Like, you should be making some knights, though, to just send into the eco, right? like I feel like Yo's just at the point where he's like, I'm going to have fun with this game. I'm going to make Axemen.
I think the score tells Yo everything he needs to know.
Yeah.
And obviously, he should recognize how big of an eco lead he has as well. Just got to hold this. The weakness of the Axemen, maybe just the range.
With the Trep line of sight, this is all telegraphed exactly to Yo what Valis wants to do here.
Yep.
Like,
he sees
he
the
knows
petards.
everything.
He's ready, dude. He's ready to repair right now. Or maybe... Oh, he's
Go
just gonna make another castle behind it. It's like, okay, if you take that one out, I will simply make another one. But
Yeah, and he doesn't even take it out.
I feel really bad for Valis at the moment. To be on only 5 wins after 4 rounds, after playing this good today, is possibly a sign he needed to, have better shape in the earlier weeks. But he's
Mhm.
looked phenomenal the whole way through. He's probably just going to have to give it up here and accept that this is still going to be a really tight race to the finish here in this group for him and Daniel and Running, who are just going to be 2 wins below him with another series left to play over him. Like, Kameyuk's fun to see.
Mhm.
Excited about it. Pumped for it. Valas not giving up. Getting handcart. But,
And Blast Furnace in now for the Axeman. So
yeah.
they're putting out a ton of damage. So even Kameyuk's going to struggle against that.
And the GG's called.
Nice job from Mr. Yo today. Just fantastic job. I like there was a few moments where Valas maybe made mistakes, but overall I think he played pretty strong and Yo was just incredible.
Wow, that was a really impressive series. So, Yo, after 4 rounds, has only lost 1 game.
Yep.
He goes up to 11 wins with that 1 loss. That 1 loss was actually up against Daniel. The final round for Yo will be up against Doubt, which will be next week. And in terms of Doubt's situation, Doubt is going to hope to also 3-0 Licks, which will actually be our very next series. If he 3-0s Licks, then he's going to be tied with Yo. And it'll be win that series and take first place, and lose that series and get second if you're Doubt or Yo. I think we should look at the probabilities, though, because I have a lot of faith in Daniel or Running to be able to pass Valas now. The possibility's definitely there after that result.